Alright, so a couple of people were asking me to do a side-by-side with the Hydroform and the new Hyper Explorer. Um, in my opinion, the Hydroform is definitely a better quality bike. A couple of the major things that I saw in the difference is, for instance, this here is definitely a better quality, and it also has the hanger, which the Explorer does not. So you're kind of limited there. And it has the Explorer has no quick release wheels on the front or back. The Hydroform did come with quick release wheels on the front or back, but of course I upgraded those. I have already done some upgrades to this bike, but not like, I didn't do anything extravagant or super expensive. I just basically bought some parts that would be considered upgrades to what came with the bike. The Hydroform did come with locking grips, which I did replace those, but even on the Explorer, it does not. The one thing that's better about the Explorer is it already came with a 1x9. And I think that was really the only upgrade that they did on this bike, although they raised the price on the bike. This bike, the Explorer, was $250. The Hydroform was $199. I upgraded the pedals on this one to Rock Bros pedals. I upgraded the rear shock to D&M. I did convert it to a 1x9. What else did I do to this bike? I upgraded the fork. I just bought, had bought a GT and they upgraded their fork. So I just bought this used one for like $20 just as an upgrade to the old fork that was on there. But I may eventually put more money in it and put a better shock on it, or a better fork on it. One person pointed out the head tube is, I guess, thicker. It is. You can definitely see it especially when you're in person. It is. It definitely looks meatier than this one. You can see how thin that one looks. Let me see, what are some of the other things about this bike. Oddly enough, both bikes, when I got them, neither one, the front wheel was out of true on both bikes, which is not a huge deal because you pretty much always want to upgrade the wheel set on these bikes anyway. I was trying to think of some of the other things that were upgraded on this bike. They both have the same seat. I do like that this one came with the chain guide. This looks to be, I don't know, like, there's something about this that looks cheaper. This thing definitely looks and feels cheaper than what's on the Hydroform. This one also, the Explorer came with a kickstand, but if you can see, it's like they attach this, so if you wanted to take the kickstand off to eliminate some weight, you are always going to have this bracket on here because it's welded to the arm. And it has a snafu. What is that, drivetrain? I for some reason I can't think. But anyways, you get what I'm saying. I did upgrade the brakes on my Hydroform to Hayes hydraulic brakes. Trying to think of anything else. I upgraded the stem to a Wake, as you can see. And those bars I got. I hadn't heard of them before, but I wanted to try them. And so far they've been great. I don't do any major jumps or anything like that. I just go over small drops and A-frames and stuff like that, and they've held up fine. I upgraded the wheel set on the Hydroform here to WTB and the tires to Vigilante. I added this mud guard. And I'm trying to think what else I did to it. I guess that's really about it. I do have a Cane Creek, my gosh, I can't think tonight for some reason, headset that I'm going to install on it eventually. I just haven't gotten around to it. I also have like a bunch of extra parts that I was going to put on the Explorer. Like I have the Jessica Ace Kit bars that I was going to put on there. And I have a bunch of different sets of pedals that I had bought just messing around, a bunch of different grips. I also had this Fox float that I took off of another frame. It came on a Turner frame that I had just laying around. I took that off there. I was thinking about using it. But anyways, that's really the differences between the two bikes. It's definitely, to me, it seems like a downgrade from the Hydroform. I love the Hydroform. I think it's a great riding bike. But I guess it's all about taste, and some people, it's a Walmart bike, so. But if you upgrade it, the frame's great. It rides great. But anyways, I just figured I would show you guys the difference between the two, or kind of a side-by-side, because somebody had asked about that. I haven't put the pedals on that one. I haven't even taken it for a ride yet, so. But these are the pedals that came with it. They're just cheap. I would have replaced those anyway. Still not sure if I'm going to keep the bike. I probably won't. I'll probably return it and just use the money to make better upgrades to the Hydroform. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video and learned some things about the two bikes. You can decide if you want to try for this bike or not. But anyways, that's it.